Hello, and welcome to the Trans Mountain Expansion Project Burnaby Mountain Tunnel Update. My name is Randy Brake, and I'm the Project Director for the Lower Mainland Scope for the Trans Mountain Expansion Project. In this presentation, we will cover information on the existing Westridge pipeline delivery system, the proposed tunnel for the new Westridge delivery pipelines, construction timelines for the tunnel, potential disruptions to neighboring communities during construction, and measures we are taking to address those disruptions. The purpose of the Burnaby Mountain Tunnel is to provide a means to install new pipelines from Burnaby Terminal to Westridge Terminal to accommodate delivery of increased volumes of crude oil to tankers docked at Westridge. The existing delivery pipeline is a 24-inch pipeline that runs through the streets of Burnaby. Based on feedback from the community during consultation, concerns were expressed around the installation of pipelines through residential streets, and therefore Trans Mountain investigated the feasibility of installing pipelines in a tunnel. Based on input and concerns expressed from local residents, and to avoid construction through residential neighborhoods, in its application to the NEB, Trans Mountain proposed a 2.7-kilometer tunnel through Burnaby Mountain as a preferred corridor for installation of delivery pipelines from Burnaby Terminal to Westridge Terminal. The tunnel is designed for 3 30-inch delivery pipelines to load ships at Westridge. However, in the application to the NEB, Trans Mountain applied to install only 2 30-inch pipelines in the tunnel, with the existing 24-inch pipeline to remain in service. Trans Mountain will make application to the NEB to add a third 30-inch line to the tunnel to replace the existing pipeline. This application will be subject to separate approval. The alternate corridor for pipeline construction in city streets will remain in the event that the tunnel is not a feasible option to construct. One of the advantages of the new 2.7-kilometer tunnel compared to the street option is that it will cause no disruption to the surface of the land, as the tunnel will be bored directly between Westridge Terminal and Burnaby Terminal. Construction of the tunnel is planned over a 24-month period and will include construction of tunnel portals at both Westridge Terminal and Burnaby Terminal, boring of the tunnel from Westridge Terminal to Burnaby Terminal, installation of pipes in the tunnel after boring operations are complete, and backfilling of the tunnel. Trans Mountain will work to minimize impacts to neighbors and the community during construction. Our current construction schedule, which is subject to ongoing refinement and receiving all approvals, has construction activities for Burnaby Mountain Tunnel taking place in 2017, 2018, and 2019. In 2017, we will begin site preparation activities to prepare for the tunnel construction, including tree clearing and construction of the portals. In 2018, we will continue with construction activities related to boring of the tunnel from Westridge to Burnaby Terminal. In 2019, we will finalize construction activities, including installation of pipelines in the tunnel to Westridge and backfill of the tunnel. In-service for the new expanded facilities is targeted for December of 2019. During construction of the Burnaby Mountain Tunnel, Trans Mountain will work to minimize disruptions to neighbors and communities by limiting noise, dust, traffic, and lighting. Noise control plans will be developed that will identify techniques to minimize noise impacts, including equipment selection and maintenance, use of enclosures and baffles, and timing of construction activities. Dust will be controlled by utilizing measures such as speed of vehicles, site watering, and use of dust suppressants. Traffic impacts will be minimized through development of site-specific traffic management plans, identifying traffic routing and modes of transportation. As an example, transportation of construction workers to the construction sites will be by bus from remote sites to minimize the amount of traffic on local roads around the facilities. Lighting will be required to ensure worker safety and job site security. However, lighting impacts will be minimized by use of directional lighting, lighting shrouds, and ensuring that lights are turned off when not required to be in use. In some cases, lighting will be left on at night for security purposes. Construction activities will typically occur 5 to 6 days per week for 10 to 12 hours during the day. In special circumstances, more nighttime or weekend hours may be required to complete critical construction activities. During construction, Trans Mountain intends to meet or exceed expectations outlined in applicable local and provincial permits and bylaws where practical. Thank you for participating in this webinar presentation. We would like to hear your thoughts on this presentation, so please provide us with your feedback at www.transmountain.com/talk. We are committed to continuing to provide information as it becomes available, so please check our website and sign up for updates.